Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Neil here, and today I just want to first apologise for my dulcet tones through the mic. They're more dulcet than usual because I'm full of cold again. Living in England is great if you want to break a world record for catching cold in 1 year. So here guys, I have a product that I stumbled across by accident. I was on Amazon and I basically typed in to the search bar guitar rack because I have a guitar rack down here, and when brands send me extra guitars to demo, they might send 2 or 3 or 4 sometimes at once, and I can't fit them all on my rack. So over there behind the camera, what you don't see is a bunch of guitars all in chairs, kind of lent up and using the chairs as stands. So I wanted a bigger rack. Originally that's what I wanted, and that's what I typed in, and that was what I was searching for on Amazon. Anyhow, after scrolling around, I came across this product and I was like, wow, that looks really cool. And not only does it look cool, it actually looks like something that I could benefit from using on the channel. The product didn't arrive the first time around, unfortunately. I got some isotonic gel drinks instead, which are absolutely disgusting. I've tried to drink them. So then, to cut a long story short, I had to wait quite a while for the item to be back in stock, for it to get sent out to me. It finally arrived about a week ago now. The box was open, as you can see, which is a bit worrying, but I'm pretty sure everything will be fine. This is a guitar rack by Strich. Okay, I know nothing about these guys. I will put an Amazon link down there below in the description for you guys to check this out. This is not really a promo video or anything. I was just interested in this product and I emailed them and said, can you send me one out and I'll put it on the channel and review it, I guess. Now, because you have to put this thing together, I'm going to use the wonders of YouTube video editing, and I'm going to click my fingers and this guitar rack will be up and we will try it, and I will give you my honest opinions on this thing, and I will tell you why I think this is a cool thing to have on my channel and how I will use it and why I was intrigued by it in the first place. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Let's get this thing up. Okay guys, so I've put this thing up. It took me around an hour for those that are interested. It wasn't dead easy, but I wouldn't say it was hard either. I made a couple of mistakes just by not looking at the instructions as well as I should have done. The frame, the first thing I noticed is the frame is quite thin compared to my guitar rack that you can see at the back there. Now, the one at the back that I've been using doesn't stand too well on carpet. So it's not really made, in my opinion, for carpet. It folds up, that one at the back there, if you can see it with all the guitars on. And that is for somebody to fold up and take to a gig and put at the back of the stage. So it's a bit unsturdy in here, which was why I was looking for a new one. This one here is really sturdy, obviously made for home and made to go on a carpet. And obviously the middle section of the frame, which is behind, which you can't see right now, sturdies it out as well. It's really sturdy, it doesn't have much movement in it. The plus points of this are that it has this middle unit in, which I'm just going to show you right now. I'm going to move my ass out of the way. So if you can see here, there is a top shelf here, which you can put an amp on. A lunchbox amp would be fine on here, or a small head, you know, a 1 watt, 5 watt, 15 watt head. I think that would be just fine on there. Below here, you have another shelf right at the bottom. The problem with that is that I don't know what you'd fit under there really. Probably only a practice combo 5-10 inch speaker, probably something like that would fit under there. A 112 or anything like that would not fit under there. So if you're wanting to put a cab under there or a 112 combo, this probably isn't for you. Here in the middle is the beauty of it. This is the thing that drew me to it. Here you can put pedals on here. You get some Velcro strips, which you can see right here, that I've not put on because I won't be using them. But you can put a pedal rack there, amp head up here. 10 watt speaker might just fit under there, I don't know, you know, maybe a flat response thing if you're using a multi-effects processor or anything like that. Now I will probably be putting something like an Ampero 2 or a Sonic 8 Matrix Box 2 on there. It would sit on there nice. Probably won't bother with the Velcro because I'll be changing things in and out, obviously doing YouTube demos, but I think this would be really cool because often when I use things to get my tones, you know, within demos like pedals and things, you guys can't see what they are because they're out of shot, but on here you will see what I'm using, so that's pretty cool. That's what I'm going to use it for. I think it's quite nice. I've not put any guitars on it yet. I did get these with it, some hooks here. I'm massively confused to what those are. They're not on the instructions at all. Don't know what they're for. Maybe to fasten it to the wall, anchor it to the wall or something. I don't know. No idea. Absolutely no idea whatsoever what those are for. Like I said, it took me an hour to put this thing up. It's pretty sturdy. I've not put the feet on yet, guys. These are the feet here. It's sturdy without them. Now, these feet are adjustable like what you'd expect on a fridge freezer or a washer or something. If you have an unsturdy floor, carpet, whatever, you can adjust these and get it level, which I think is really cool. Like I said, I've not got them on yet. It's a bit unbalanced because it's half on a rug and half on an amazingly thick carpet. We're going to put some guitars on it though and see how the guitars go. The only negative I have about this thing so far, without trying it with actual guitars on, is that these bolts here have some ends stuck out. I don't know if you can see them on camera. And for me, when you're moving expensive things in and out of there, you don't want to be catching those and taking your Tolex off on your cab or your speaker. Also over here, I don't know if you can see this, but these bolts stick out as well. I've put them facing outwards. I'd rather them hit the wall and strip the paint off a horn of a guitar. So really they're not a problem if you put them facing outwards and put these ones facing inwards, I guess. But for me, they could do with some caps on or something just to help protect your guitar if you did catch a guitar on them. You shouldn't catch a guitar on those ones facing outwards, but like I said, these ones you could, if you're putting a speaker in out of there, I guess scratch whatever it is that you're putting in out of there. That's me being super finicky. For the price, I think this thing is great. It's not expensive at all. I'll put the price on the screen right now, so I forgot what the price actually is. I think it was about £79. It's pretty good. Obviously holds 6 guitars, whereas my old rack held 5 guitars. We're going to put some guitars on now. I have a Les Paul shape, some PRS guitars, some regular Super Strat shapes, but I also have 2 Explorer pointy shapes. We'll see how it holds them and how it stands up with those on. So yeah, we'll put some guitars on now. Hope you guys can see everything in shot. I'll put a screenshot of it on, holding all the guitars as well for you guys, so you can see what it's like. I'm just going to have a quick maneuver around here. Right, so I'm going to start placing guitars on from the rack behind. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff here. I don't know whether you guys are interested, but it is mainly Allen key type screw, which are nice, rather than getting a screwdriver out. You get a little spanner with it as well, which I can't find. I don't know where it is here for some of the bolts, but again, it's really easy to assemble. I did it in a rush in an hour for the sake of doing this video, but if I were you, I'd put an hour and a half aside if you're wanting to make yours. So let's check it out. This is a Strich guitar stand. I think that's how you say it. First of all, we're going to check out this guitar on it. This is a Schecter Solo 2 Evil Twin. Pretty light guitar, but it's a Les Paul shape. Let's see how it fits on the stand, how it sits there. That's pretty sturdy, actually, if I'm totally honest. A lot more secure than I expected, and in my opinion, more secure than my other stand that was made for gigs and things like that. I'm going to now try a regular Super Strat shape. This is another Evil Twin, Schecter Evil Twin C1, regular Super Strat shape body. Let's see how that fares on it. And it sits in there quite nicely. There's not as much room between the guitars as probably on my other rack. Don't know what you guys think about that. Got a whammy bar or anything on your guitar, you have to be careful taking them in and out so you don't scratch the back of your guitar, because that, believe me, that does happen. Let's try this PRS. So this is a really expensive guitar. This is £1,700 of the PRS here. They sent me this to try out and show you guys. Done plenty of demos with this. We're going to try this on the rack at the other end. That fits on there pretty nice, really sturdy. The guitars are more upright than they are on my other rack. They're not as leant back. But as you can see, yeah, it's very trustworthy, I would say. Pretty secure. As long as you make sure that when you put it on, your neck is right at the back, which you should do with any rack. Yeah, I think it's fine. So we're going to put on a Jackson Super Strat now. This is a DK2 Green Glow Ash. Great guitar. There's been in more demos than any other guitar on my channel, which I say a lot. Tell you guys a lot and remind you guys a lot. Make sure I get it in right. That's perfect. Sits perfect. So far, so good. I'm pretty happy with this, guys. This is the big test, though. I'm not going to try the Jackson King V on it, obviously, because that would not go on any rack. Well, I could try it just for the sake of it, but not really suitable to go on a rack. This is a Dean Zero Explorer type shape. Dean sent me this guitar as a complimentary guitar to use on the channel. I've used it quite a few times. Not used it for a while though. I need to start using that guitar again. Great guitar, guys. We'll put this one here, see how it fits. It goes on there and sits pretty well. You'd have to be careful because of the lower point here. I don't know how well the camera can see it, but it sticks out quite a way there. You don't want to be catching that, and you could catch it. Even if you did catch it, it's still pretty sturdy, and I'd be pretty happy with that, to use that, and I will be using it on the channel. Get rid of this old rack. Here we've got another Explorer type shape. This is a Jackson Kelly. Very heavy guitar, this, guys. I think it's basswood body and a swamp ash top on there. Beautiful guitar, really great to play. One of my favourite Jacksons ever. Absolutely love this guitar. Super heavy though. So we'll stick this on the end here, and then we've got our full 6 guitars in. That fits really well actually on there. Again, have to be careful. It's a point. You don't want to be nudging it or catching it. It probably would slip down, but I don't think it'd slip down and come completely off the rack. But there you go. There it is. There is the rack. I'll put a screenshot of this on there if you want to know kind of what it looks like with the pedals in there. I don't know. That would sit in there, you know. Can do a demo and you guys can see exactly what I'm using in the demo now. You can see the pedals. If I was using an amp, I could put an amp on here. One thing I will say about this top is, I think as long as the amp wasn't too long, like say an EVH lunchbox, maybe even a 50 watt EVH might just fit on. It might overhang a bit at the edges, but you've got a bit of room here to play with, obviously. I'd be pretty happy to put an amp on there that didn't overhang too much and do a demo. It's a shame that it's not, this shelf is not just a bit wider and we can't get a 100 watt head on there. You know, a regular size 100 watt head like a Marshall or an EVH or PV, whatever. Maybe for this brand, you know, Strich, it would be interesting for those guys to put on here, put out a rack that can hold heads, because I don't know about you guys, like, not everyone has an abundance of amps and heads. I have quite a few. I'm always on the lookout for a shelving unit for my head, so because when you put one head on top of another, it does mark the toe legs, can damage the corner piece and the vents on top, especially if it's a PV. But yeah, personally, I think that this is great, and if I was Strich, I'd expand on this and make a guitar rack like this one with shelving on there, maybe with bars across underneath that were strong enough to hold 100 watt heads. I think that would do great. You know, there's plenty of guitarists out there that have an abundance of heads like myself. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, guys. If you're interested in this product, the link is down there below in the description. Like I said, I'm not getting paid or anything for this video. I just reached out to them when I saw this floating through my feed on Amazon and thought, I'm going to try and get this on a channel because I could make good use of it. I'm now going to have to move around the room and get this against the back wall, get all the guitars back off, and I will put a screenshot on the end of how it looks when I've moved everything around. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want to buy any musical gear at all, please use my Thomann affiliate link down there below in the description. Anytime you go through that link, put anything you want in the search bar, search for it, buy it, and it really helps me out with this end. Also, if you're interested in any Sonic gear, Sonic make great affordable pedals, go down there below and you can use a Sonic affiliate link as well when you go through that link. Buy anything you want, use code Neil, you get 10% off, and it really helps me out with this end as well. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I think this is really cool, but I want to know what you guys think of this guitar rack. I think it's awesome, and it will keep the wife happy if you have your guitars in the living room on an ugly rack or anything. I think this looks a bit better. So yeah, let me know. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you all soon.